Good morning, everybody. Today is a big day because today my little brother moves out from living with me and my partner, and I am taking over his old bedroom. There's lots of things going on today. I just first want to mention I do have a cold sore. I've been pretty stressed this past week, so we're just gonna ignore that, embrace that. It happens with people's lives. From here, what's happening is the plan. Hang on, let me articulate this properly. I only got out of bed a few minutes ago. The plan's to turn my brother's room into kind of this study slash library slash I'm moving my clothes in slash filming room. So all of the books that you see here, I'm going to go put them in his old room, but obviously before that he needs to move out, so he's gone to drop something off at a mate and then we're going to help him move out. And whilst that's happening, Ty and I are going to deep clean the house because it just feels like the right time to do it, and I just thought I would take you guys along today. We also have brunch with my mum in like a couple of hours maybe, but yeah, that's the plan today. The first thing to do though is the kitchen. We said we were going to start in the kitchen, eh, babe? Okay, I'm going to go start. In other news, went out for brunch and forgot to vlog any of it. But look, we got a kettle because my brother, and it was his kettle that we used. And we got this one. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm excited. Because normally this one is apparently $55, but it was put in the wrong spot on the shelf. And it said it was on sale for $40, but it wasn't. But the people gave it to us for $40 instead of $55 anyway. That is winning in adult life. And what's even better is that now all of our appliances are Russell Hobb. Russell Hobb, if you're watching this, sponsor me. I hear you laughing back there, boy. You won't be laughing when Russell Hobbs sponsors me. We have some Russell Hobbs air fryer, a Russell Hobbs rice cooker, this is a Traitor, and then the Russell Hobbs kettle. Mostly it's because it's the most affordable like kitchen appliances for quality, so not an ad. What are we doing? In terms of moving, my brother, whoa, washed out. I am that pale. I am marking this occasion, babe. Yeah. It's the first day that it's just those two living together. He's moved out. I love you, brother, but adult life is good. Smart. I just died. It's not up. It's not locked in. There you go. Alright, vlog. This is the room. Let me take you on a quick tour. You open the door and we've just put the couch there, and here's a blank wall. Here's a blank wall. Here's a window, our washing and weeds. And then if I go to the left, this is going to be my new wardrobe. Boom. Right? Boom, wide cam. So the vision is that the couch that I just showed you is going to go along here, maybe with the rocking chair, maybe a bean bag. I think I'm going to leave this wall blank for if I ever want to film videos with a blank space. And then this wall is going to be the bookshelf wall. So first things first, I need to vacuum. And then I think we're going to start by moving the bookshelves in.
Time lapse commence. So obviously, guys, the first thing to do was to take the rest of those books off the old bookshelves, and honestly, I did not realize how many books I truly had until this moment. Like, yeah, I knew I had a decent amount just due to having that shelving all filled up, but geez, I should really count these. I'll put a number up on the screen how many books I officially own as of right now. It's a lot.
What are you doing? Help! Help! Bless you.
This is what the living room looks like right now. You never know how much crap you have till you take it out of its space. But anyway. No. Whoa, that was kind of trippy going through all the doors. I want to take this chance to say a massive shout out to Titus. And just like I kind of mentioned in that Q&A video, he is slowly getting more and more confident in front of the camera. He was more than happy to be time-lapsed, so yay. Essentially, my plan with putting the books on my bookshelf was I wanted to keep it relatively the same as I had in the other room because that system did work for me. However, I did make a few changes. You'll see in a second that the very top shelf is literally the same. It's just Eragon and then my other complete series, and then that second shelf is also being my complete series. Something I have changed though, as you can see, is I put that 8 cube bookshelf horizontal this time instead of vertical. The logic behind this was I want this to be a filming space, and I wanted a bit more of a wider background image, if you get what I mean. And B, it does give me that third long shelf on top of it, which means more space to put stuff essentially. I also started putting my favorite kind of young adult fantasy books in those 8 cubes because I realized that's probably where the camera is going to be, and in my YouTube videos I do want people to get a sense of my reading taste. You know, it's just more practical that way. The bottom shelf of the main bookshelf is staying the same there with just my childhood books and photograph albums. A decent change, however, is that the classics collection, which used to be in that 8 cube shelf, have been moved onto the main shelf on that second from bottom, and I did do a little bit of colour rearranging. But gosh, I'm so excited for this, guys. I'm currently editing this. Filmception. I'm currently editing this in this new room, and honestly I'm sitting here looking at my shelving and this space, and it's just so perfect. There's not any big screens, so I feel like after work I can come in here, use this as a study, really chill out, choose if I want to sit on the rocking chair or sit on the couch, and honestly this space works so well for me. I'm so happy with how it came out. And yeah, let me know how you guys rearrange your bookshelves. This is always an interesting conversation for me. Personally, I'm a genre. I've got to keep the series together. I think the colour bookshelves look super duper pretty, and I'm low-key jealous of people who can live with that book system working for them. But for me, it just irritates me a little bit having series all over the places, especially as you can imagine, like with the Game of Thrones series and the Eragon series, the spine covers are quite different. I couldn't keep them together. The Dragon Ball ones do eventually get moved that you see on top of the 8 cube there. I did create just the classic graphic novel, manga, pop culture reference shelf where the Naruto ones are currently living. The black ones you're seeing me put up, they're kind of a mix. I really struggled with where to put them. It's essentially my Hannibal series, a couple of adult contemporaries that I really, really enjoy, and just became a bit of a hubbub of just books I enjoy. And here you can see it essentially coming together. Just the last of the books coming in as Titus started to help me out with the next bookshelf. The shelf of books that I have but yet to read. And the time lapses continue. Sorry guys, I didn't know how else to share this with you. Hopefully you find it as satisfying as I do when everything kind of comes together. So as I mentioned, here are my books that I own that I'm yet to read. I decided to put them in this corner. So, oh, excuse me, a little burp escaped. Yeah, I decided to put them in this corner. They're not really going to be seen in any videos. It's just where they fit quite nicely with my vision for the room. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason with where I put them, aside from the books with the tall spines have to go on that very top shelf and the very bottom shelf, which, sorry, you guys can't actually see. And then the rest of them, honestly, I just put them wherever they fit and looked all right. And then the fairy lights I left there. And yeah, what we're about to move to is actually just putting together my wardrobe. Bada bing, bing, there we go. So all of my clothes from the old wardrobe in our bedroom have been moved into here as well. So it's almost like I've got a little bit of a walk-in wardrobe. I was really struggling with where to fit my shoes because I realized this one is smaller than the previous one. And you may have seen in my previous videos how I had 3 shoe racks side by side. And what I ended up doing, as you can see in the top right part of this frame, is I put my smaller shoe rack actually up top, and then I could fit my 2 other shoe racks down the bottom. And then my wardrobe clothes, like always, I just organized them by like height and sleeve length and then by color. You'll see me in a little bit, however, just move a few bits around so that those long dresses and skirts aren't touching the tops of my shoes there and getting the clothes are dirty.
Hi, come in. So the room is done. Let me take you on a tour. I'm quite stoked with how it came out. So as soon as you come through the door, this is what we see. Let's just go left to right. So in the left here, we have a wardrobe, which is now full of all of my own clothes items. It was interesting, to say the least, seeing that all of my stuff completely filled up this wardrobe. So up top to the left, we have my winter gear, panning right to pants, gym leggings, some shoes, and those are some sports bras at the bottom. And then it's set up exactly the same as it was in the other wardrobe. We have colour coordinated shirts before getting into some pants, some skirts, some dresses, and back there are my like winter jackets. Before going down, we have a couple of shoe racks, some coloured shoes, and my black boot collection. And whilst I'm still sitting on the floor, if I shut this wardrobe door to the right, this is just a little bedside table with my undergarments and some jewellery on top. And I'm currently storing my handbags under that and just to the left of this couch because I don't have anywhere better to store them. So continuing to pan right, let me zoom out for you. We have this kind of little couch sitting area. Everything under the couch, just ignore, I'm going to sell it. We have this couch which was a hand-me-down from Titus's parents, and in this corner I have now moved the TBR pile. Panning right, obviously, hello, we have a mirror, and then perhaps the favourite corner. This is the view we get when we sit on the couch. This is probably going to be my new filming backdrop. As you can see, I have this bookshelf used to be
vertical in the living room, and I've just turned it horizontal here so it fit that space really nicely and gave me like another extra shelf. And then to the right, as you would exit, I actually have my I kind of call it like an inspiration board, and this is something I've started up this month. I have my March goals and a monthly mantra. Here are some things that Titus wrote for me. And panning right, we have like an actual vision board for how I want 2021 to be. My 3 key phrases are actually release, as in release fear, belief, as in belief in myself, and diligence, because I just need to be a bit more diligent in saving up money and working on fitness and drinking water and reflecting in my journals and that sort of thing. And then down here, we have the current challenge I'm working on. It's the 2-week Chloe Ting challenge. If you saw my last vlog, yes, I'm still working on this. Diligence is a weak point for me. And then a 3-year plan and some baby steps to help me along that 3-year plan. So that's that. I'll quickly take us through like a little bookshelf tour. So starting with the top 2 shelves, we just have the Eragon, Twilight, Harry Potter series and the Hunger Games, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Witcher series. Panning down, we still have that kind of comic book shelf this time. You'll see that we've added a few pops to the Dragon Ball collection, and we have the 4 Narutos on the right. Then going down again is where things start to change from how they were previously. This shelf starts with some biographies before going into some incomplete series / series that wouldn't fit elsewhere. Then just some general YA, and then the next shelf down are like my classics, which I've organised in colour. And then the very bottom shelf are just like my, what do we have here? Last year's school magazine, photo albums, childhood books. And then we pan right to this bad boy. Let's start up top. We have my Read Me basket, which the chalk eventually got smudged. Back here, we actually have a couple of paintings that were a Christmas present from my mum, which she commissioned one of her students to do. She's also a high school teacher. So they are meant to be like portraits of Titus and myself, inspired by Darling in the Franxx anime show. We've got my little chalkboard there, my little title board, a candle, the bits of bookish treasure, and I'm so happy the wheel finally has like a valid home, which means when I do those TBR videos, hopefully the setup will mean you viewers can see the wheel better. Going down, this shelf is kind of what I was aware would be most seen in my videos, so I wanted to put the books I'm most interested in, although I'm interested in all of them. We have some Millie Molly Mandy, which was a present from my mum. Going down, just big classics. To the left, my self-helpy books. Let's just continue left. Just some books that honestly wouldn't fit elsewhere on my shelf. And then a few more self-helpy, poetry, empty journal books. Followed by my King Square, my favourite like fantasy, contemporary, horror-y books. And yeah, that just about covers it. So yeah, hey, this is going to be like my new filming background, and the lighting, I have to say, isn't bad. We don't get much natural sunlight in this room, but I think the white walls, although they do show up a bit creamy, beigey, really help bounce the light around as best as possible. It's taken a couple of hours, but yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little video taking you along with me as we've converted this room into like a little hangout, study, my walk-in wardrobe kind of space. So with that being all said and done, please consider leaving a cheeky like and subscribe down below, folks, and help a little small YouTuber out. The goal is 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Enjoy all the places you go in your own reading and life adventures, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Spinning the wheel for my beautiful subscribers.
Okay, our blank space is being filled in with LGBTQIA+ prompt and spinning for you guys. a new author. So if you have a couple of books on your TBR shelf which are by authors you haven't read from before, choose one of those. Maybe do like a random number generator if you need to narrow it down anymore. Anyway, see you later, guys.